Hi, Assalamualaikum.
That was such an awkward hi.
Assalamualaikum. So, you know how in the past we've talked about manifestation and the power of our ideas and thoughts that affect us. Today, we're going to talk about something very similar but completely opposite at the same time. It's about how other people's opinions, actions, ideas, thoughts, and perceptions affect our actions, perceptions, and thoughts about our own selves. So, walk with me. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Pygmalion Effect. The Pygmalion Effect basically is a psychological phenomena in which the expectations you have from someone directly lead to their performance. So basically, it's kind of like a cycle in which, for example, you have expectations of someone doing something a certain way, and you have these beliefs about them, and hence your beliefs affect your actions towards them. The actions that you do according to your beliefs will influence the person's thought about them, their own self. So they'll be basically thinking, okay, they're treating me that way, that means I can or cannot do something. Now when they have that belief, they'll start acting in a certain way according to the belief or the actions that you were giving them, the signals that you were giving them. These actions then reaffirm what you initially thought of them, and hence you keep doing the same actions that you were doing. And this cycle keeps going on. So, if you're not confused about all of this already, let me give you a real life example that came to my mind when I heard about this powerful theory and effect. Let's get into it. So, just a little bit of history of the Pygmalion effect is that there was an experimental researcher named Robert Rosenthal from Harvard, and he basically did an experiment in which he had two groups of rats, or he also had two groups of people or teams, and he told one of the teammates, like one of the teams, what am I saying? One of the teams from the two, कि भाई आपके जो rats हैं ना, they're very special and we've medicated them and they're very intelligent. So he just told them that, and he told the other team कि भाई your rats are very dumb, they're from the very low breed and they're not very intelligent and अजीब से मतलब they're not, their IQ is really bad. ये उनको बता दिया, और फिर कुछ टाइम बाद उनको कहा गया कि भाई आपने अपने rats को train करना है, and we're gonna put them in a maze, and whoever has like their rats come out of it first or complete the maze first is like going to be successful. So that was kind of the experiment, and both of the teams worked on their rats, and then when it was time for the experiment to be done, the team that was told that their rats are intelligent were won. And mind you, both of the rats were literally both rats that the teams had, they were completely normal, and like दोनों बस एक ही तरह के थे, कोई फ़र्क नहीं था, सिर्फ उनको बताया गया था. इससे ये शो होता है कि किसी जो कोच है उसकी एक्सपेक्टेशंस एक आपकी परफॉर्मेंस पे कितना आ सकता है, इफेक्ट आ सकता है. एंड दोज वर एनिमल्स, तो even animals such as rats have an effect in performance by the expectations of their coach. So just imagine you. So back in, I guess, like बहुत साल पहले, when I was in 9th or 10th metric में, so I had this Urdu teacher that was very aggressive, for the lack of better words, and उनका ऐसा होता था कि I was never very good in Urdu. For some reason I was just not good in Urdu. मुझे मुश्किल होती थी, ठीक है, इमला में बहुत मसला होता था and stuff. तो और हैंड राइटिंग भी मेरी बहुत फारिग है टू दिस डे. तो हमारी एक उर्दू की टीचर होती थी जो जब अगर हम कुछ मिस्टेक्स करते थे ना, तो वो आके बाकायदा बेइज्जत करती थी ना, मतलब वो पूरी क्लास के सामने. आई फील लाइक एक स्टीरियोटाइप है कि उर्दू की टीचर्स हमेशा बहुत हार्श होती हैं. बहरहाल, तो somehow I wrote this really nice essay and I got into this competition Urdu writing ka, and I got some, like, I actually won a position, and I was really happy, and I like went and showed it to her, and I didn't actually go and show it to her. She actually called me and she was like, you went for the competition, what happened? And I was like, I got this position, and she was like, she literally sort of like smirked and laughed at me thoda sa, and she was like, really, मतलब तुम्हारी तो राइटिंग इतनी ख़राब है, तुम्हारी इमला इतनी बुरी है, तुम्हारे कैसे इस तरह आ गई पोजीशन, तुमने ये कैसे किया. Like she expected really bad from me, and that led to later on I used to skip her classes. I didn't go to her classes. Obviously अगर मैं classes नहीं attend करी थी तो मैं पढ़ भी नहीं उस तरह अच्छा रही थी. फिर मैं papers में भी मतलब माशाल्लाह ये फिर होता था. तो her expectations were really bad from me, and that led to her uh, like her actions being negative towards as well, because like she would degrade in class and she wouldn't expect anything, and that made me think कि हाँ यार मुझे नहीं आता. To be honest मुझे नहीं आता. और that then again led to me performing literally bad, and that confirmed her own expectations of me again. कि obviously मेरे marks अच्छे नहीं आते तो she would expect or less of me. So that was like the cycle that kept on going. ये होता है जब आपकी negative what were we even talking about? Pygmalion effect, the Pygmalion effect. So the Pygmalion effect, when it is in a negative sense, the negative expectations lead to negative performance, and this is a bad thing. इसी के opposite में आपके पास आप आ जाएं. My foot keeps getting numb and I have to change my positions. अच्छा, anyways. So there, if you go to a positive effect of the Pygmalion effect, is that in university I had a sir, and he expected me for some reason, I don't even know how, like I shuru ki classes nahi, and he was like maybe I'm a little talkative, so he was like he literally called me and he was like, I expect great things from you, and you're very intelligent. And I was so scared because मुझे होता है कि मैं expectation कोई मुझसे रखे ना. I hate breaking those expectations. I just don't want to let people down. So he was like, you're really good, you're really intelligent, and I expect things from you. And I was like, oh god, I was so scared, and I worked so hard. It was such a hard subject. It was a really hard subject. It wasn't an easy subject, but I really worked really hard 24/7. I would be focusing on that subject a lot. और मुझे था कि मैंने इनकी expectations नहीं तोड़नी. And that made me like study more and believe in myself more. You know, maybe I can do this. Maybe I don't know, but maybe I can do this. And I worked harder, which led to me getting good marks in my papers. I got an A in that subject, and that made him think more positively of me. He was like, see, I told you. And he was like more praising me, or those actions that made me feel more like, haan, ki theek hai, maybe I am that good at it. And then I worked harder, and now it's one of my favorite subjects. Even though I don't have to study it anymore, it is my favorite subject, one of my favorite subjects. So this is the positive side of the Pygmalion effect, that positive expectations lead to positive performances. So how does this help you? और ये जान के आपको क्या फ़ायदा हुआ इस वीडियो को देख के, आगे हम डिस्कस करते हैं. ये वीडियो हम यहाँ शूट करेंगे क्योंकि ड्राइंग रूम में ट्यूटर आ गया. Life. Okay, so what is the takeaway from all of this? Yeah, why did you watch the whole video? क्या फ़ायदा हुआ इसका, क्या बात है? Well, किसी भी प्रॉब्लम को रिजॉल्व करने का जो फर्स्ट स्टेप होता है ना, वो ये होता है कि प्रॉब्लम आइडेंटिफाई की जाए. एंड आई थिंक इट्स सेफ टू से कि द नेगेटिव साइड ऑफ द Pygmalion effect is a problem. So if you can identify that sometimes your performance is not affected by your own self-worth or your actions, rather someone else's negative expectations of you. If you can identify this and be more mindful of yourself when you're doing this, catch yourself when it's happening, you can resolve the issue. I hope you can use this in a positive way, and now you know something new. Bye.